Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank y'all so much for stopping by again. Thank y'all for your patience. We're having some work done on our house, man. I've been having Maryland run back and forth for materials and stuff like that. Shout out to the NTZ crew. That's Jacob Tanjay. I know a lot of people probably catching that NFL game. I don't blame you. They had some good ones on yesterday. All my fourth quarter members, what's up, Jeffrey Chatter? Thank you, brother, for all your support over the years. All my old heads, that's Doubtful Genius. Hey, Mike, welcome to the fourth quarter, man. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really appreciate it. If you got any questions or anything, man, hit me up in the email or in the comments. Any new viewers and subscribers today, welcome. What's up, Modoc Roughstock? You know we always have a topic. Anybody catching this on replay? Sorry, I don't take that for granted. We need to get that from the Watson today. Not that, but the other. The peso is 58.57. It's hanging, man. I put that Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience sent me a link about the dollar getting real, real strong in 2025 against the peso. It's going to hover around 60, they said, by February. I hope they're telling the truth. But 58.57, you know. Today's topic is, do you have a health plan for your life? Of course, this is your live stream, and, you know, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to talk about some other things. The first thing is I just received, man, a disturbing link. A 71-year-old American, Harold Johnson, is missing in Bacolod. Now, the link that I received, it's in either Bisaya or Tagalog. I can't read it. Maryland hasn't had a chance to read it, but I could see that, yeah, he's missing. They're telling what kind of clothes he had on and everything, what day he went missing. If anybody knows anything on that story, man, hit me up. Hit us up in the comments. 71-year-old Harold Johnson. He's a black guy, an American, and he said he's missing from Bacolod. What's up, W Secrets of Success? Hey, TJ, what's up? I just want to talk about this video I made, man, and people are coming at me, and I'm thinking like, well, why? It's just a conversation. Y'all know I start the conversation. I'm not here to debate anybody. But I said I feel sorry for Filipinos who have to choose a man from those toxic dating pools that they have. You know, and after what happened to this young lady in Slovenia, it's time we had that conversation. And I called out all the Filipino bloggers, certainly the big ones. Y'all not doing one damn thing to help y'all sisters. Yeah, the stories are out there. He got the deaf woman pregnant and ran off, but there's no guidance. There's no red flags. You're not teaching your sisters nothing about us. There's that dangerous myth going around that foreigners are a knight in shining armor, that we come here to save you. Now, some of us come here to fuck you, okay? Fuck you over. All right? I'm just being honest with you, and it's just shocking to me that I can't find one video where they're saying, oh, here's the red flags about a foreign man for Filipinos to look out for. It's always the red flags of what to look out for the Filipino. I mean, you know, some things are bigger than clicks and views. We're talking about saving lives. If 93% of my viewers are men, what do I stand to gain by posting something like that? Everybody's going to push back and say, oh, you know, they're always going to put it on the Filipino, and then they're going to say, well, why would you talk about it, Cal? That's the point. That's not my lane. But after this young lady died, I said, hold on, man. I threw down the gauntlet. I said, y'all not talking about this at all, man. What's up, Jabraz? That's all I'm saying. You know, what's up, TJ? Thank you, brother. Welcome to the fourth quarter. You an honorary member of the fourth quarter any damn way. But, you know, because somebody says, do you really care? It's not about whether I really care or not. It's the conversation that I'm starting. That's all. You know, he said, who died? Well, there was a young Filipino who was, you know, dating a Slovenian man, and he, you know, did the right thing and got her the visa and brought her over to his country. Well, hell, within a week, he done killed the woman. And now you know what they do. Oh, it's all about mental health. But when are y'all going to start talking about that, Filipinas? Y'all done dealt with men over here with mental health problems. When you going to tell your sisters what to look out for with these men over here? That's what pisses me off. We know enough about Filipinas already. Okay? We know enough about y'all. Oh, the qualities of the Filipino, why you should date a Filipino, what we like in bed, what we eat, all of that, okay? But you never warn your sisters about these ornery, low-down men lurking in the shadows. You should be ashamed of yourself. I lost all respect for y'all. I'm sorry. There's some woman, I don't gonna say no names. I'm watching a video yesterday, and she's talking about she talks to thousands of men. You do, lady, your channel's new. And if you are talking about thousands, talking to thousands of men, why don't you tell us something you learned other than we're weak for pussy? Okay? Yeah, but we're not talking about that. See, John, he says there are bad people everywhere. Some came here and just want boom boom, or are bad people in general. Okay, well, when are we gonna see a video about that, John? Because the point of the video is all foreign men aren't the same, John. This is the point of the video. Don't let it go over your head. They lump us in the same basket. Okay? We're not the same. I think I've done enough to separate myself from some of these low-down scoundrels over here. I'm trying to be nice. But stop trying to put it on the Filipino all the time. Okay? What's up, man of war? Don't let that go over your head. All foreign men aren't the same. But they think we are. We got a bad reputation over here. he said, hey, bro, sometimes I went to a lot of countries and just wanted boom, boom. I called it my 20s. Yeah. We're not saying that at all, John. We're saying that all foreign men aren't the same. If you listen to these blogs, man included, you would think that the foreign men coming over here were saints. We're angels. No one ever says, talks about, the trash that comes over here. I say sometimes that there's a different type of expat that comes to the Philippines and Southeast Asia. Okay. But let's just call it for what it is. There's two sides to the story, but it's always a one-sided story. I mean, you got all these Filipino bloggers out here, man. They're getting all this money. They're getting all these views. Okay, but they're not saving any lives. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Robert says, I got to look into the whole story and what happened to this lady, how it really went down. Well, she got killed, okay? And now they're saying he has a mental health problem, Robert. Okay? That's all the story you need to know. I'm sorry, man. We're always trying to justify our fucked up behavior. So I just talked about it. It was my rant. I was doing my walk today, my 10,000 step walk. And I was like, it came across my mind. I said, I'm going to rant about this. That's all it was, a rant. I'm not sitting here and I'm not going to debate anybody about it. I know what I see. Okay, you hear the stories, but you don't see any videos. You don't see any, 10 signs to know you with the right foreigner. Or 10 signs to show if a foreigner's full of shit or not. You don't see any of that from the people that you should be seeing it from. Because they don't want to, hurt your feelings because they know that's where their money's coming from. Let's just keep it real. So they're going to sacrifice the lives of their sisters for money. You got these big ass platforms, and you won't talk about men coming over here misusing Filipinos, man. Y'all crazy. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that, and I did. Wow, 24 to 3. I clicked, right before the live stream, I love the time. Hell, it was 17 to 3. The guy just ran back a fumble. They got another touchdown. The Minnesota's pitiful, man. But they always want to talk about Sam Donald and all those guys. I'll be glad when Lamar Jackson wins the damn Super Bowl. Not because he's a black man, it's just because the way they talk down to him and they wrote him off. He's nothing. I always like the underdog. Blizzard Abroad said, I was just thinking about making a video about that. I only saw one Filipino blogger mention that poor women mentioned that poor women. Mentioned that poor woman. Yeah, but I'm saying as a whole, Blizzard Abroad, you're right. I haven't seen really anybody talk about that. But how many videos have you seen where they talk about the red flags of the foreigner? Maybe she should do one like that. Okay? What to look out for? We're not all knight in shining armor, knights in shining armor coming over here to save them. We come over here to fuck them over, really. A lot of us. What he said, I know you said don't take these women out of their environment, stay in the Philippines. Well, I was really talking about the risk involved when you do take them out. Okay. Because honestly, Robert, just my experience, because that's what my blogs are about. My experience, what I'm seeing, living and experiencing. Most Filipinos that I knew in America, they did exactly what the husband thought they were going to do. But the bad stories always are going to stick out. They're always going to get our attention. Because honestly, she's going to assimilate in America a whole lot easier than you're going to assimilate over here. That's the nitty gritty. We're soft, man. Okay, she's gonna more get adapted and everything in America because it's easier than you coming over here. Guys can't handle it over here. He said, yeah. Yeah, we need to look at ourselves, but we keep the focus on the Filipino. That's all it was. All foreign men aren't the same. Don't put me in the same basket with some of these guys, man. How do I know? I used to be those guys. If I didn't care about myself, I didn't care about you. If I was willing to put my life on the line, I was willing to put your life on the line at one time. But I've done enough, man. I've cleaned up my side of the street. I've done enough to separate myself from the riffraff that's showing up over here. And when you call it out, men get mad. Well, I'm sorry. That lady didn't deserve that. And neither do the men who get shit on over here. But guess what? It's all I don't feel sorry for the men because there's so much information out here for the men. There's no information out here for the women. All the information out here for you men, and you still getting screwed over. You still handing over your money and your life savings. I have no sympathy for you. What's up, Retard 2019? That's the big difference. You can't count on your hand the videos. I mean, I've been on YouTube 4 years, man. I know what I'm talking about. I watch the same videos y'all watch, where some woman is warning her sisters against us. Okay? No, they're taking our side. They're warning you about the Filipina. Tell me I'm lying. This shit's got to stop, man. Or there's going to be those type of incidents happening more and more because the woman don't have no guidance. She don't have no red flags. The only guidance that they have is money. They need a little bit more than that. He said, yeah, it's sad. A lot of these Filipino bloggers are what? What are you saying? But quick to put out senseless videos about what a Filipino likes in bed and other bullshit content. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. At least make one video every now and then because you're not helping your sisters. I go to bat for the men over here. I'm an advocate for men. When are we going to see a woman over here that's going to be an advocate for the woman? You're advocates for men. You know, you're handing these women, these innocent women, a lot of them, on a silver platter to some sick individuals because you're afraid that you're going to hurt their feelings and they're not going to send you a donation. They're not going to click. They're not going to join your channel. Man, I'm not on YouTube for that, man. I'm not on YouTube for that. If that was the case, man, I'd have been gone a long time ago. Hey, the Sigma Nick, but thanks for that super chat. He said, sad, no one guides this Filipino woman on men. Saying hi is seen as flirting. You know, taking a vino to the Philippines, yeah, 3.4 ounce max and carrying them. Yeah, I would put it in. I would put it in your check-in baggage. But you're right. Nobody's guiding these women. They're taking for granted that they know what to do. They don't know what to do, man. Look at this. I'm the only one that told you to look at this. Look at the dating pool we have versus the dating pool they have to choose from. Ours is 1,000% better. And all the information out there that's helping men, we still getting screwed over. We're still screwing ourselves over. If more videos was out there helping Filipinos with this stuff still happen, yeah. But at least keep an honest man honest. You know, they take for granted that these women know us. Like, man, we coming over here, we lying about everything. You know, men lie. We lie about every damn thing. I'm trying to save lives, man. I'm calling these women out, man, because they're really pitiful. They done got on my last nerves, man. You don't see one video where they're doing that because they're doing it for money. They're not going to offend you. Okay, they're afraid to offend you. If a woman really wanted to come on here right now in this genre, they say, oh, the Philippine genre is so, it's so many bloggers and everything. It's so many topics you could talk about and make your niche. She could talk about that and run all the way to the bank instead of the same bullshit that everybody else is talking about. They're afraid to talk about real life stuff. Oh, they'll tell the story, about the guy getting the woman pregnant and running off. But okay, what am I supposed to look for? Okay. If the Filipinas asking for money when I first meet her, you say it's a red flag. Well, if the man is asking for sex the first time you meet him, Filipinas, that's a red flag. If that's all he wants is sex and all you want is money, I mean, why can't they just say stuff like that? It shouldn't take me to do it because I'm not going to do it. I got out of my lane today because it's too damn quiet over here. That young, beautiful woman, the only thing she did wrong was choose the wrong man out of that toxic dating pool. They won't even talk about the toxic dating pool that they've got. They act like they really have the best dating pool. No, because all they're going by is money. Hey, what's up, Matt? Thanks again for that interview, man. It was a great interview. I've had women messaging me telling me how much they enjoyed it. He says, I went on a bar crawl in Pattaya last year. Never again. I was incredibly creeped out by some of the guys on the crawl. Very bad intentions. You're exactly right. But who's warning the Filipino about that? They're so naive, man. They think all they have to go by is these funky pensions some of us got, which ain't enough to do nothing with. That's the only thing they got to go by. Okay, can he, buy me a phone? Nothing about his character or anything. Nothing about his intentions. It's a shame, man. It really is a shame. And it's just a conversation, guys. Don't ask me, oh, you really don't care. No, I do care. Okay? But it's not my place to do that. I've got enough on my plate to talk about just to try to help you guys. You're not listening. Hey, Jacob, thank you. But I thought I'd talk about that, man, because nobody else is going to talk about it. Now you're going to see people talking about it because I didn't shame them. I'm going to shame them into talking about it. Okay, they're watching me now. Every damn, some channels, man, every video that they come out with, 10 things a Filipino, what the Filipino likes in bed, what position she likes. I'm like, man, come on, y'all. But let's go on to this next one. It's time for a change. And what happened was, the apartment I was telling you about that came open was not open anymore. Guess why? The owner and his family, they're going to move into that apartment because they're going to tear down their house and build a new one. So while the new one's under construction, they're going to live there. But what I was talking about was, nothing stays the same. I'm not depressed and all of that. That's just, when you get restless, it tells you a lot of things. But for me, it tells me I'm worried about something or it's time to change. Okay. Now, I told Merlin last year I was going to go do more traveling in the Philippines. But this year I'm doing it for real. But I'm going to wait till my passport gets back. That's really got me worried. He said, what time did you travel? I said, looks like Maya got more popular. She talks about relationship and culture differences. That may be the reason why they split. She's not giving the nitty gritty, man. That stuff they talk about, man, that's nothing. She's never going to offend her audience. Okay? She's never going to make men look in the mirror at themselves. Okay? They're basically saying everything goes when you come over here. They're not telling the real story. Hey, Kevin, he said, hell, Cal, it's a risk for both men and women. Yeah. So why do we only talk about the women then, Kevin? Why don't you see any videos about the men and the trouble we're bringing over here? I agree with you 100%. But it's one-sided. Okay? Because it can help you. It can help you to know that those type of men coming over here, everybody that coming over here is not an angel, man. We're not a saint. And maybe it'll stop you from loaning certain people money and hanging around with certain people if you knew more about them, if you knew more about their intentions. I don't want to hang around with somebody like that. Okay? What's up, Todd? But them women ain't giving nothing. Women ain't giving nothing. He said, I tell guys in my videos, what's up, Philippine Black Man? Don't bring your bad behavior in evil ways over here. I don't want all of us painted with the same brush. But we are. And see, we're talking to the men, which that's our audience. But it's the women who are in trouble. They're the ones that need guidance as much information and guidance as men get. And look at the record, Philippines Black Badge. That's the best we can do. With all the information out there, I just did a live stream on it. Why are we still getting scammed? Men and women think differently. Okay, hold, wait. Yeah. LBC? What is it, huh? A package? What? What is it? What is it, huh? What? Oh, the dog injection? Yeah, we're good. Yeah. But we have a bad record. I am. Retired 2019. So, Calvin, are you really doing hard 75? Much respect. I am, brother. And thank you for reminding me because I got that down here. I said day 2 of 75 hard champ. This is going to be the hardest thing. That's why I'm drinking water early. Drinking a gallon of water every day, man, that's the toughest thing about this challenge. Because I was up to 3 liters. And you got to start early in the morning if you're going to get a gallon of water in you. So I started early. Merle's asleep. And they came to give the dogs their rabies shot. You know, over here in the Philippines, they'll neuter is it neutering dog men? Okay, they'll do that for free, but the girl dogs is about $200. But yeah, this is the hardest thing about the challenge. Because I'm sore, doing 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside, one in the gym. Then you drink a gallon of water. Try drinking a gallon of water, see how hard that is. Eat healthy. See, today I had boiled eggs and I had 2 camotes. And for lunch, I'm having 1 chicken breast. Then you have to read 10 pages from a nonfiction book and then take a progress photo every day. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. He said, my life plan is San Miguel and Easy Women. Yeah, that's an easy one. Captain Trucker, yeah, this is right. This is right. Because this is where the money's coming from. This is where the audience is coming from. And people are afraid. That's what I say on my video. They're afraid they're going to offend somebody. Well, I'm sorry. We're just having a conversation. He says, bloggers can have a tendency to pander to the Western audience. We don't always agree, but you deserve credit for talking about this. Some expats can be problematic. We have to recognize this. Yeah, but nobody talks about it because they know, especially the Filipino blogger, I'm going to be the advocate for the man. I'll be damned if I'm going to carry that weight for the women too. When you got all these damn Filipino bloggers out there, huh? Because somebody's in Philippines and they say, Cal, why don't you make a video talking about the red flags of foreigners? I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'm not going to do it. I came out of my lane today, Captain Trucker, because I said enough's enough. I just wanted to let people know I'm thinking about it. I want to take the sheet back, pull the curtain back. Y'all got all this money, all these viewers, subscribers, all these videos. Not one, you're not helping your sisters. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Everybody know what the Filipino likes. The red flags, the qualities of the Filipino. She's so traditional and all that. All those videos are banned. But you got to talk about the other side. Okay? Because some of these women are getting stepped on over here. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. Okay, they're getting used. Okay, because they go out of their way to be trusting. They have more at stake than you. I'm not talking about materially. What you come over here for and what they hook up with you for is 2 different things. There is no fair exchange, it's robbery. Y'all keep saying that, it's not. It's totally different for them. That's why it should be somebody that at least going to give them some guidance every now and then. He said, I'm starting to see a lot of why men are going broke in the Philippines, Cal. You've been saying this for years. Yeah, but see, this is what I'm just talking about. What times it travels. All the information out there is for men. There's no reason for us to go broke. We know what to look for. We know everything about the Philippines. We know how she wipes her ass. Okay? We know every damn thing about her. And we still fall on our face. What about the men coming over here? Okay? Don't you think if somebody would be making more videos over and over about red flags to look for in men, does he have a mental illness? You know, they're jumping in bed with us really, really quick. They're pulling that trigger really, really fast. And of course, with that type of behavior, a lot of women are going to end up dying. I'm just telling you. What's up, Cisco? We're just having a conversation about it because we never talk about it. Filipinos sit back and watch my channel, okay, but they won't comment on here. They're afraid that they're going to offend you and you're going to stop clicking on the channel and sending PayPal. So they're going to keep on giving you what you want, man, which isn't good all the time. He says, Marville Facturin and Konjanik was 27 years old and very beautiful, guys. This is the woman that got killed. But let me tell you something. It happens all the time. Just Google Filipino killed by foreign husband. And we know the other side, guys. We know that very well. The Filipinos taking life savings, killing their foreign husbands. But why don't we talk about the other side more? That's all I'm saying. But Google it. You're going to see the case in Texas. Plenty cases in Texas. But the one that's going to stick out is a 67-year-old kills a 24-year-old Filipino wife and puts her in the damn freezer. And he's going back, showing, looking at it, and he shows one of his best friends. And I guess when he did that, he panicked, then he ended up killing himself. Or you see the Filipino that got killed by her ex, shot down in Las Vegas. He done ambushed the woman, and then a concerned citizen killed him. Or you're going to see the brother down in Louisiana kills the Filipino, then kills himself. It's all those stories everywhere, man. Could they have been avoided? I don't know. But not talking about it surely doesn't help. Well, John, they're never going to ask you for money. Why would a woman ask you for money, John? They know that's the number one red flag that's going to get you running in the opposite direction. Okay? He says, my girl never asked me for money. I have to basically force her to take anything. Yeah, because she knows the reputation of Filipinos around the world. They have a reputation, whether it's good or bad, whether it's right or wrong, for being gold diggers, for only wanting men for their money. So why would she ask you for money? She knows about the unspoken agreement. She knows if you ever come over here, you're going to spend every damn you got. Why do I know that? Because they don't have any money, okay? They don't have any money. Hey, what's up, John? I can't even pronounce it, man. I don't want to disrespect you, and no disrespect. He said, yes, I'm new. John from Cold Canada. Good caution content, keeping many on their guard. We need that. Yeah, it's just so much on the man side. We've got all we can handle, really. Hey, what's up, Mike Dawsonville? Thank you so much, man. They're washing those shirts. You know, it had that new shirt smell. He sent me a package, man. Y'all just got back from the Philippines. He's down there in sunny South Florida. I know it's been a long day, man, and that jet lag done caught up with you. He said, Sarah, what intentions are they supposed to have in patio on a bar crawl? He said, just like a lot of Filipinos don't understand when some of the young people from the USA and they don't have teeth in their mouth, they're on drugs. Yeah, that's a cultural thing. Okay, travel, learn, repeat. Let me say one thing about you, to you. Okay. When you work hard for something you don't want, that's stress. When you work hard for something that you want, that you love, that's passion. I love what I do. I'm passionate. That's what that is. And I'm not going to apologize for that. That's what separates me from the rest of these dull son of a guns that you watch too. That's why you all here. Because I'm more exciting than they are. Y'all just don't want to get the information from me. You want it from them. You programmed to get it from them. So go on over there and get it from them. Like, blah, 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 blah. So when you got somebody on here who's speaking with enthusiasm, who's speaking with passion, you don't understand it. You don't know what you're looking at. So go on over there to them bloggers. Blah, blah, blah. He said, let's keep it real, Cal. Filipinos warned other Filipinos about the creepy a-holes out there. They get spammed by a bunch of armchair bros. Well, you can't worry about that. You're exactly right. And this is the reason they don't do it, Cisco. They're afraid. They're going to offend somebody. Okay? But you can't do that. You can't be afraid. They will attack me. There's Filipino vloggers that have attacked me, but they won't teach their sisters anything. You're exactly right. Because they're afraid. They're afraid that support's going to get cut off. You know, so they got every Filipino thinking, every foreigner's good. As long as he got money, you know, the first thing they start worrying about, oh, is he going to take care of me? Okay, financially, basically. Not his character. Is he a wife beater? Does he use drugs? They don't, that's the only thing they know to ask. Do you got a pension? And they're so quick to jump and pull that trigger that, you know, unless somebody gets in there and talks to these women, more are going to continue to get used and killed and all that. Okay? But we'll come behind the bad guys and we'll save them. There's a guy over here right now. He's a good guy. That's exactly what he's doing. He's a real good friend of mine. The woman got 2 kids by the foreigner right here in San Carlos City. The foreigner can't rub 2 pesos together. Won't even take care of his kids. So the other guy, the good guy, comes in and does it for him. Well, why don't she come on somebody's channel and talk about her situation? And say, hey, look, here's how he fooled me. This is what he told me. This is why I did all the things we did together and had the 2 kids by him. It's not like these women are stupid. They don't know any better, though. Nobody's helping them. Okay? That's all I'm saying. He said the Philippines appear to be 1980s Korea. Many young women were victimized because of their need to survive. And just like Kevin Warren said, TG, he says a risk for both. But when you got women over here who have no guidance, no help at all, but you got all these Filipino bloggers who are actually being advocates for men, who are teaching us, you know, how to succeed and take advantage of their sisters. Now they're asking me to get in that lane. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. As much as I do, the men still stumble and fall on their damn face. No, we're not blaming the man retired in Manila. I see you all in my comments. Look yourself in the face. You must be one of those guys. And we're not giving women a pass. We're saying with all the information out there, okay, with men, it's all about you, retarded in Manila. We got all the information. You know everything it is about the Philippines, and we still fuck up. We still mess up. We're just having a conversation. I'm not gonna come on here and talk to you. You got all the answers. You're always in the comments talking about, oh, they're pro-feminist and all that. Man, that's bullshit. That's not gonna save that woman's life over there, okay? That's all we're saying. I'm not blaming nobody. Rashad, what's up, man? I know y'all happy about Baltimore winning, man. They beat the brakes off the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is crazy, right? Man, Pittsburgh's known for their defense. I mean, they literally manhandled the Steelers. I've never seen the Steelers so pitiful. He said, Unc, I love that breakdown of hood Filipinos. We take it for granted because we think our hoods in the States are the toughest in the world, but the Filipinos got a one up on us. Yeah. And see, that's another one of the videos I'm advocating for men. Is that our stuff? That's it. Take it out because I want to show everybody. I'm an advocate for the men. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna get out of my lane anymore and go over here and educate the women. That's it. That's too much. Hey, TG, thanks for that super sticker. He said, my poor duck lost. Hey, Bumps and Bruises, man. I was trying to look for that email for you. Are you and your girlfriend going to be available for my next live stream on Thursday? Here, give me the patches. They came today, guys. I need y'all's help with this. They nice, too. These 8,000-mile patches. They're professionally done, man. They're really nice. 400 pesos each. It all goes to the Sunshine Shoulder spin wheel. But this is a souvenir. But let me see that. Now here's I showed y'all this. Sammy Davis sent me this. It's got the Philippine flag on one, the United States flag on the other. Then the Sunshine Shoulder 61 on the back. That's my age. Merlin's got one too. Yeah, Bumps and Bruises. Send me an email and I'll send it. I'll send you a link for Thursday. Wow, that's perfect size for you. I know it ain't gonna be able to fit me. Hey, thanks, Calvin Boy Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He says, checking in, Unc. I just finished packing. It's a bittersweet day, but it had to be done. I really wish I could make it to the meet and greet, but I'll catch up with you in a couple of months, man. Yeah, man, have a comfortable trip back. I know you hate to go back, man, and I'm glad you brought this up, Confident Boy Speaks. We have a date, a time, and a place for the meet and greet. And y'all been worrying me about, what's the next meet and greet? February 15th on a Saturday at Bimbo Sports Bar and Grill in Lapu-Lapu / Cordova, right on the edge of Lapu-Lapu and the beginning of Cordova. Come on out, man. This guy is a member of the Sunshine Shows community. He told me, he said, Cal, in an email, he said, you're the reason I'm here, watching your videos all through the lockdown. And he purchased this bar about 6 months ago. And he saw the interview I did with Derek Q, where I asked Derek Q to find me a place. And he's like, hey, you can use my place. And we kind of, helping each other. That's what I want to do, bring him some business. He's letting us use the place. But February the 15th, that's the day after Valentine's Day on a Saturday, from 12 to 4. He says, what past are you talking about? I'm confused, bro, because we're talking about an innocent lady who was murdered by her former husband. But guys like him, man, they get on here, they don't even read their own comments. We're talking about that nobody's warning these women about men. But we're warning you about the women, and you're warning people about women. But nobody's protecting these women, really. What do you mean a pass? I don't even, when I see stuff like that, they're always going to push back because he's probably over here taking advantage of somebody, not holding up to his end of the unspoken agreement. These women aren't with you just to be with you, okay? Well, why don't you tell this to Derek, man? Don't tell it to me. Tell it to his face. Why you on here? You don't know that man, okay? If you got something you want to say to Derek, say it to him. Don't come on my channel saying it to me. He said, Cal, I applaud your woman. She listens to you give us the game about her country, and she supports her man. Salute to her. For real, my brother. Because she understands, we were talking about this today. She understands that 93% of my audience is men. And I've taken it upon myself. Nobody made me do it, to be an advocate, to kind of show you what to look out for or what to look for. And a lot of the pitfalls and the traps and stuff like that. It's just something I do. I just give you what I've got. But I told her, I said, where's the woman's side of that? Okay, why do y'all just sit back and let this stuff happen? But what's really happening is it's getting up. Pretty soon they're gonna have it up to here with foreigners, and somebody's gonna pay. Okay, they're gonna get tired of us killing their women like that, man. Remember, we're in their country. I'm just saying, you know. He said Buffalo would have something special for the Ravens. It's certainly gonna be a good game. You know, Buffalo's at home, but sometimes it's just a team's year. I just believe it's Baltimore's year, man. You got Derrick Henry. You see what he did to Buffalo the first time. What makes you think they got the same team? If you couldn't tackle him the first time, you're not gonna be able to tackle him this time. It's not like they bought 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 260, 300 pounds. They got the same men who couldn't tackle him at first. Okay, I'm just telling you, that's facts. It's something called physics and gravity. You see what he did to Pittsburgh. They're a division rival. They knew it was coming and couldn't stop him. So what do you think Buffalo's going to do? It's going to be a good game because the referees have always helped the home team. 27-3. Wow. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, Sammy Davis, I didn't even ask him. He just did it, you know, because he got these for me, man. Sammy's one of those guys, he got the hookup in Angeles City. You see how big this patch is? This is a really, really nice patch. I had AI design it. And then, that's another thing about being over in Southeast Asia. You talk about having your clothes, tailor-made. We don't even think about stuff like that over here. All we're thinking about is women. It's so much stuff over here, man. If you come over here for 2 weeks, you can have you a tailor-made suit over here. Bring the material with you. You could probably have it done for about 1,000 pesos or something like that. But you guys, all y'all want to hear about is the women. Look at this. The people took it off of the AI and made this damn thing. But you can't tell y'all nothing, man. But yeah, Sammy, he's got the hookup on a lot of shit, man. He was there in the '80s and he had a club in Angeles. See, he's just one of those guys. He knows a lot of people. He said, "How do we get the patch?" Just I've got a G. If you got G Cash, M Lawyer, if you're in the Philippines, that's what you want. I'll give you put my email up there, Jacob Tanje. It's only 400 pesos. So, by the time you put what I paid for it and then the shipping, but yeah, thanks. And if I have any left at the meet and greet, I have them. He said, I just moved to Vietnam from Thailand. Jam Teen? Okay. 6 months ago, but I was back a couple of weeks for visa run, just trying to get an idea of what bars you're talking about. He said, looks nice, just a little bit bigger would cover a patch I want to have. Yeah, it's about, okay, there's my hand. It's pretty big. But I said that just to say that we bypass a lot of what the Philippines and Thailand and all that is known for. A lot of them service guys will tell you, they used to come over here. Man, my brother, when he came back from the service, man, he had so much nice clothes, man. In the 70s, he had them tailor made. We don't even think about that stuff. You could bring, whatever material you want over here and have them make you a tailor made suit. You don't have to buy it off the rack. He says the 8,000 Mile Club just for anyone out there, for anyone out, just the folks who moved to the Philippines. No, not moved to the Philippines. The 8,000 Mile Club, I made a video. I came 8,000 miles for a girlfriend. Okay. But anybody can buy it. You don't have to have it, but you don't have to live here. But you have to have made that 8,000 mile track for whatever reason. You're part of that 8,000 mile club. This way, Cisco, this is the bond that we all have. We got a disagreement. Okay. Some people earn more money than others. Oh, I'm smarter than you. I got a better education and all that. My girlfriend didn't want me for money, but this is what binds us all together. You still came 8,000 miles for that woman. Okay. That's all. He said the Western women are using feminism as a way to paint a toxic picture of women from developing countries. You can be a feminist if you have money. If not, you're a toxic, broke woman. That's the pick. Oh, okay. Well, no, you're probably right about that. I wouldn't know. We're not specialists in this. We're just saying on that video, I feel sorry for Filipinos who have to choose a man from that dating pool that they have. They don't know what they're going to get retired in Manila. They have no idea. We do. We have a general idea of what we're going to get. We're choosing from a culture. They're choosing from the world. We choose a Filipino. The Filipino chooses the world. The world. So she might get Indian, Australian, American, African, English, French, Japanese, Korean, Taiwanese. She doesn't know what she's going to get. Does he have money? Look, this is for men and women out there. If you found a good woman, and women, if you found a good man, certainly the women, you better hold on to them because there is no perfect person. Okay, but if you want to dip your hand back in that pool, because they're lying to these women. They got these women thinking that there's 100 millionaires lined up to meet them. It's not true. That's the furthest thing from the truth. If you dip in there like some women have, and they've got men who have the bag, who got money, who got character, who gonna take care of them, who really love them, and they want to take the risk and dip back in there again, it's on them. Okay? But they've been lied to. That's not what's in that dating pool. You don't, more than likely, you're going to pull out a bum. You're going to pull out a broke John or somebody like that, thinking all foreign men are rich and thinking all of them are successful and all of them are educated and they're all good moral character. Some of these men that come over here have no redeeming qualities at all. But if you have no guidance, if you're the woman, if you don't know what to look for, you lump us all in the same basket. Oh, does he have a pension? Is he going to take care of me? Or is he going to take care of me and my children? That's the only thing they know to ask. But you've got a lot of stories out there. All the woman got to do is come forward and tell her story. And why, what happened, how did he fool you? Well, he told me this, or he did that. There's foreigners over here who are dead broke in the Philippines. They're dead broke. They can't take care of their kids over here. So the woman's very fortunate that some other man comes in to rescue her. But that's not always the case. Hey, trade for a case and hope I'm able to make it, man. I appreciate it. Everybody's invited. You don't have to receive a special invitation. Philippine black vet, I hope you and your wife can come because y'all live in Lapu-Lapu. I just want everybody to show up, man. It doesn't matter, man, what color you are and all that. They only put that on me. They say, oh, it's only black men show up. Really? Do y'all ask that when Dumagetti has a meet and greet? Do you make those remarks? Well, only white men show up because that's who's there. It's time that we quit all that stuff, man. Okay, what time's it, Travis? I got you. He says, I got into it with one of the elderly white dudes. He was trying to push up on a damn 13-year-old girl. Well, the thing is, we all know, Trade 4K, that those types are over here. We don't really have to worry about it. Okay. I was just ranting today. I was just saying, damn, these women don't have a chance, really. They don't have no guidance, no help. It's all about the money, and even the bloggers aren't trying to help them because we know. I mean, we know those types are over here. He saw one of those jerseys. Now, it's a nice jersey. He said, "How can I get one of those patches?" Well, usually, honestly, they got to be for people who are over here, or if you think that if somebody is coming over here, you want them to get you one while they're here and take it back because hell, by the time you pay shipping on this damn thing, and it would take you 2 months to get it. Well, it's not so much the age gap. They have nothing to do with it. That man wasn't that much older than that lady. He said, I think the problem is the age gap. For example, what I'm saying isn't going to resonate with men over 50 because they know everything about these 20 and 30-year-olds. No, but that has nothing to do with it. It's all about character. Retired in Manila. It's nothing to do with age gap. Yeah, there's my email. TJ's 35. His girlfriend's in her 20s. It's not all about the age gap. When the young lady got killed, I'll say this one time, then we'll move on. I said, well, damn, it just hit me. I'm doing my walk today. Actually, it was before I did my walk because I put it on my community page. I said, it's time that we have this conversation. There's a dangerous myth that's believed in these parts of the world that foreigners are these, you know, white knights who come in and save the Filipino, and they believe it. They're very naive, but a lot of times they have no clue who they're with. And there's nobody out there that's educating them about it. That's basically all it was. And I was like, damn, how many more Filipinos are gonna have to die before one of these damn Filipino bloggers get off their ass and stop talking about that bullshit and start helping these women? It's a serious issue. Okay? Whether they believe it or not. I'm telling you from a man's point of view. I'm telling you because I'm looking at it up close. Y'all need to, don't worry about us. It's all kind of information out here for men. We don't need your help anymore. Everything's out here for us. There's nothing out there for your sisters. Help your damn sisters. But let's get to the, he said, do you have a health plan for your life? What's up, retired 2019? He said, Jaden Daniels for Washington is rookie of the year. Absolutely. He reminds me of Lamar Jackson, man. He's the closest thing to Lamar Jackson I've seen. Imagine this guy's a rookie. He's an old rookie, though. Remember, he's old. He played in college for about 6 years. But that ain't going to take nothing away from the man. He's talented. And remember, he's a rookie. Only 3 rookies have ever won their first playoff game on the road. It was Joe Flacco, Russ Wilson, and him. He said, Cal, you getting in place again, Sicky Horse? No, because the man, it's not really available like I thought it was. It was for one day, and then the next day, he said, he didn't want to rent it full time. He was just renting it, because he's full. He stays full for some reason. And he said, well, that apartment that y'all rented is open if you want to rent that. And I was like, no, I don't want to rent it. I mean, I don't want to rent it for like 1 or 2 days. And I had Merlin ask him, is it available for long-term rental? And he came back and said, no, we're getting ready to move in there while our new house is getting built. But there were some guys in the comments says, oh, you're lying. There's no beachfront for 20,000. I don't argue with people like that. I lived there, dude, for 6 months. I know what I'm talking about. Because he claimed he got some fancy place in, I think he said Peng Lao. Forgot how much he said. I mean, no, not Peng Lao. Palawan for so many, 3,000 US per month, he says. Well, you might have that. Okay, Philippine Black Bat, try to make it, man, to the meet and greet. You can introduce yourself to some of your viewers. He said, tailor shops in Hong Kong were top notch. And they got them here, man. They got them here. They can make you anything. But be honest, whoever thought to do that over here? No, you come over for a woman. Or Walking Street. Or Soy 6 or something. Or Soapy Massage. You're not thinking, man, I could come over and get me some tailor-made silk shirts and all kind of stuff. I'm going to my high school reunion a couple of weeks. Hell, I come over and get a suit made or whatever it is. We don't think about that. He said, I live in Thailand. I only came 1,000 miles, so I can't get the passport. Now, you know where you're originally from. You wasn't born in Thailand, Bruce. And, you came 8,000 miles too. Yeah, well, see, you made the trip then. For whatever reason. Okay, you part of the 8,000 mile club. So if you come in next month, let me know when you get here. And I can I say one for you. Because they're not gonna last. He said, we are still animals to our core. No one judges the salmon in their journey of death to score. Embrace the migration and rock the patch, brothers. Yeah, that's right. He said, I only had a few $1,000s the first trip I made. That was probably more typical. He said, did you get health insurance before you went to the Philippines, or did you wait till you got there? I waited till I got here. And I grandfathered into the Phil Health, okay? Which people say, oh, it's not that much. It's not good insurance. It actually is for what I need it for. You know, but we're talking about a health plan. Okay, let's talk about that. Okay, you got a business plan, Robert Carson Jr. You got some type of savings plan, financial plan, marriage plans. You got all those plans, but you have no health plan for your life. How are you going to, what are you doing to maintain your health, first of all? And what are you doing to get in good health or to recover from bad health? Do you have a health plan? Right now, I'm doing the 75 hard challenge. I'm not a fitness guru or fitness freak or anything like that. I'm 61. I know how important my health is. It doesn't matter how good of insurance you have. We're looking for a miracle anyway, but have some type of plan. Are you going to drink more water for 2025? Are you going to eat healthier? Are you going to exercise? Are you going to walk? You go to the gym and put away all those excuses. See, just as we talk about women and dating all the time, we talk about men giving away their money all the time. We should be talking about health all the time too, because it's more important. He said, brother, that gorilla thing was a big time shock and disrespectful. They should be ashamed of saying that. Well, see, as an advocate for men, all I heard was blah, 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 gorilla. That's all I heard because I can't understand Messiah. You know, so blah, 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 gorilla. So I asked Merle, I was like, well, what did she say? You know, because they was talking about, being intimate. And she said something about that big gorilla doesn't turn me on or something, right? And, I'm just letting you inside, a little bit up close to what's going on over here. Everything's not strawberries and cream, Jacob Tanjay, like a lot of these guys want you to say. That's why I say the video was Filipinos in the hood. Some of the women over here, some of them have a ghetto mentality. They'll call you out of your name like that. Merlin told me some woman called me a gorilla. But if I would have called her name, then they're going to go to the barangay. They're going to have me deported. So I just, okay, let it slide. But there's a difference in, gorilla's gorilla. Don't get me wrong. But one woman was just being disrespectful. The other woman was angry. Because you're never going to really know who you with until the woman gets angry. Okay? Merlin's been angry with me, but she never called me out of my name. But I've had a woman over here who I was living with who got mad at me and called me out of my name. So, it's all good till it's not all good. Yeah, when Merlin told me that, because I know the guy, he's a very good guy. He don't bother anybody. He'll give you the shirt off his back. A very, very good guy. It made me, man, have second thoughts about this place. I'm like, dude, do I really want to deal with that? I mean, she pissed me off, man. Man ain't asked you for nothing. Lady, you don't have 2 pesos to rub together. The man's helping you, your children, everything. And this is the best you can do? Try to make yourself look good in front of these other women? You look like a fool. Yeah, it was disrespectful. Hey, Tim. Yeah, we give them the benefit of the doubt. And, for the most part, man, the women you're going to meet over here, they're good women. Our dating pool is so good, really. We get unlucky, though. You can get unlucky because you don't know what you're looking for. We're telling you what to look for. That's the whole video that I made. I feel sorry for the Filipina. We giving you this information. Would I be out of line if I didn't talk like this to you guys? If I didn't tell you anything like that, what to look for and everything? So why isn't there a woman on the other side doing that? No, she's doing the same thing I'm doing because they're fighting for the same audience I'm fighting for. But I don't give a damn. You don't got to watch me. I mean, I know the people don't want to get the information from me anyway. You're programmed not to get information from me. You know how I know? Because that's the first thing people say. Oh, stop telling grown men what to do. See, I'm not telling grown men what to do. But this is how they're taking it. Yeah, yeah. He looks like he's built like Lamar Jackson. He runs like him. He looks just like him to me. And he ran for over 800 some yards. He set a rookie record this year. He said, "Would you ever create a live panel so you could have conversations with people on live?" Oh yeah, I was one of the first to started that. I was one of the first people, Teresa, believe it or not, to do that. But it's just that when you put people on camera, they clam up. It makes for a boring panel. Okay. That's why me and John were so good together because John didn't clam up on camera. He still was able to speak his mind. See, I make it look easy. It's not easy when you know you got all these eyes looking at you and hanging on every word you say, and most of them are willing to use, those words against you. They'll get on here and they'll start worrying about who's watching. Am I saying the right thing? Absolutely. If you want to come on here, what would you talk about, Teresa? Because we don't want. I don't want to debate anybody on here. That's not what this is. A support channel. There's a lot of channels for that. I mean, if you got something that you want to bring to the table that's going to help us, men and women, live better lives, because that's really what it's all about. Absolutely. I interview people all the time, but I was the first one to have those panels. But people they don't have nothing to say. They're boring. Hey, my views, your world. Welcome to the fourth quarter, and thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, Teresa, you just wouldn't know. I would love to have panels, but then people go off on tangents. Then they come on, they want to promote their channels and stuff. They're not even talking about the subject. I've been through the gamut, but for the most part, they clam up. They don't know what to say. Okay, everybody's not a conversationalist. They can't hold a conversation. He said, my lady, Ronald Country Boy said, my lady said they can get real sausage. Wait, sorry. I'm sorry, because I can't hardly read it right there. Okay, here. He said, my lady said they can get real savage with that slick talking, but she said you would know it because most derogatory words will be in English because most Tagalog and Bisaya language don't have it. Yeah, I really didn't hear anything. I could only understand gorilla. It just made me mad because, we were on our way to like an exotic island and he's paying for everything. He's just a good guy, man. He just didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. You know, but when you start thinking, do women really think like that? What am I doing over here then? Why am I bending over backwards and going the extra mile? If this is how you really feel about me, ladies, just let me know. You won't hurt my feelings because I've got a U.S. passport. I can go anywhere in the world. And I made a video about that before because I got tired of hearing, do Filipinos like black men? Who gives a shit? You should be asking me. I can go anywhere. They can't go nowhere. Okay? But it got me to thinking, man. It just made me feel. I didn't feel any kind of way when Marilyn told me a woman called me a gorilla. I didn't care. I expect you to call me a gorilla. You're angry because you can't have me. But just for somebody to say, "Oh, you a gorilla," that would piss me off. He said, "We're looking at a beach front lot in Samal, 200 square meters. Hopefully, we can secure that." Man, I forgot your place is in Davao. That's a nice place. The place TJ took us to, even though we were only there for a few hours, and it was just a small part of Samal, that would make me move to Davao by itself. I'd be there every day. It's only 8 minutes away. That's all. He said that gorilla probably wouldn't even waste his time on her. Well, it's the point that he didn't deserve that. See, over here, you got to bite your tongue. You can't say what you want to say. I mean, really, because I would have took up for him. I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be talking to you from Thailand or somewhere else because they can't take it. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. I just said he didn't deserve that. He didn't do anything to the woman. But respect them and treat her nice. But everybody's not like that. But um, it just caught me off guard. I just had never heard that before. It kind of, because we're known to put them on a pedestal. Okay, and they just came down, ratcheted down a lot after I heard that. You know, what's up, Tim? He says it's funny how Filipino people can have you deported in their country, but foreigners have the same rights in my country. Yeah, well, that's one of the things that people love about America. You're not a foreigner. I've never called anybody a foreigner. I called them what they were. So if there was a Korean that owned the store in our community, he's a Korean. He wasn't a foreigner. Or an Iranian, a Palestinian. Because they own a lot of liquor stores and stuff in my community I grew up in. But we never called them foreigners. We just called them who they were, and they had just as much rights as we did. Really, once you get into the United States, whether you got a green card or whatever it is, and this is one thing that a lot of men find out too late. When they bring the woman over there and she starts acting up, well, what can you do? You can write and call Homeland Security all you want. She got rights now. She got a lot of rights, more than she has in her own country. It's just crazy. He said, I do want to thank you, Cal, for the motivation. I haven't drank alcohol in 16 days. I've lost 20 pounds. Wow. Thank you, man. He said, I did try your push up and sit up challenge 20 for 20. No, it wasn't a challenge, retarded Manila. I was just saying, if you can't do it, then you're pitiful, meaning we always put everything else above our health. Okay, how many of you are thinking about that nice motorcycle that you got parked out in front of your house or your car? and you regularly get that maintained and oil change, tires rotated, but you won't walk around the block. See, this is what I'm talking about, retired in Manila. We got a plan for everything but your life. You don't have a health plan for your life. You think it's something special that you got to take. Oh, I don't have time. I got to take time out of my busy life just to work out, just so I can live better and live longer. Can I just sit here and, and watch football all day? You got a vacation plan. That's all I'm talking about. I wasn't challenging. I was challenging people to take better care of themselves. We take it for granted, man. There's some of these people who have had strokes, who are in wheelchairs now, who suffered catastrophic illnesses and injuries. And they'll be like, man, I'd give anything to be able to walk and around like y'all do and complain. That's just human nature, though. That's all it is. He said, in my opinion, Cal, regarding panels, is that most guys get intimidated by the group as a whole. They don't want to blend in or speak out of line, so they lay low until someone asks them a question. Yeah, it's true. But I mean, it's hard. Okay, whenever I have a guest on, usually I say, hey, can you come into the studio 5 minutes prior? And I kind of educate them. I say, look, we're having a conversation. We got to keep this moving. There's hundreds of people going to be watching, asking questions. Keep your answers as brief as possible. That's one thing people can't do. You ask them just a general question, they'll go off on a tangent, man, and you'll lose everybody. So you got to be, bouncing off each other. Just brief questions, just like when you talking with somebody. But yeah, you're right. I think it is intimidation, and everybody thinks that we have to have it all together, Philip, and we don't. Tom Cook, he said, I just read the story you were talking about regarding the Filipino murdered in Slovenia. Look, it was so bad. It was so tragic. I thought it was fake. I could not find it on any news outlet. So you know, I brushed it to the side. I said, because Facebook now, they're not fact checking posts anymore. So I said, oh, that's falling under that new Facebook thing. Well, I believe it was Sammy Davis. Somebody sent me the link. I could be wrong. That showed where the Department of Foreign Affairs was preparing to bring her body home for burial. And that's when I knew it was real. And it just hit me today. That's why I talked about it. It really affected me, man. And people like, oh, you really don't care. You don't know me, man. I do care. I didn't know her. But it's something we should talk about because no one talks about it. We only talk about the woman and what the Filipinos' motives are, what she wants, what she's after, her red flags, what she likes, and all of that. It's never the man. It's never the man. But yes, it's a tragic story. But it's happened so many times, guys. Okay? It's happened so many times. You just don't hear about it. Nobody talks about it. Every now and then I'll do a video where I'll talk about some of those cases just to put them out there front and center because it's all one-sided in the Philippine genre. Look at the video I did, the other video I did today, Filipinos in the Hood. I'm educating you about the Filipinos. I saw where Gio had one out. Oh, she ran the scam on me, right? It's all that. It's never a Filipino. Look what he did to me. Okay. 10 red flags for foreigners over here. It's always the same stuff we talk about. Lady, we don't need you to talk about the same stuff that we're talking about. You're a woman. Talk about the things that only a woman can talk about. Okay, because they're never gonna be. It's their culture, so they're never gonna be as upfront as we are. But you don't have to be upfront like that. So they'll make videos like, "What's a Filipino want?" instead of "What I want." Uh, why do Filipinos really date older men instead of why I date older men? See, they'll never do that. So then now you're never gonna. Well, hopefully after I done, uh, shamed them, maybe they'll come out and talk about, try to educate their sisters because it's pitiful from what I'm seeing. Yeah, we're taking some losses as men, but they taking a lot more because you know of the circumstances. They're taking a lot more losses, but it never sees the light of day. I'm not going to take it on myself to do it. They need to do it. They taking a lot uh, of losses. He said healthcare is a scam. Eating the food offered is going to make humans sick. Well, you can grow your own food, V. You can eat clean, but it takes a lot of self-discipline to really get out of that cycle of bad living that we've been introduced to, we've been born into. So we'll sit around and complain that we're not going to change anything. We keep voting in the same people in office, V. You're not running for office. Why don't you run for office? Because we don't think we can make a difference. You can make a difference. Imagine our president is Donald Trump. That's who our president is in the United States. We've given up, man. And then you got Andrew Tate getting ready to run for the prime minister in the UK over there. And people are laughing just like they laughed at Trump. Okay? Don't tell me, man, we don't have a backbone anymore. Hey, what's up, Jamie? It's my nephew. This is my real nephew, my brother's son. He was a hell of a basketball player. So I was just hollering at you, Unc. I was just checking out YouTube. Hey, thanks, man, for stopping by. Tell everybody I'm doing okay. I see you are the Eagles. You're an Eagles fan, yeah, because he was born in Philadelphia. But they look bad, man. They look mediocre. I'm gonna be honest with you. The hell with the Eagles, man. They wouldn't let Saquon Barkley go for that record. What's up, Paul? Thanks for the super chat. He said, hello, what's going on with Derek Q? Well, nothing really. It's just that, you know, he's got a disgruntled employee that's making videos about it. But honestly, I was just being honest. The Derek Q that I know, he never asked me to be in a threesome. And the last I checked, that wasn't a crime. But you got to look at the ulterior motives behind that. Now, if Derek Q start making videos about him, it'll be a different story. See, my thing is, if you can't take it, don't dish it out. Okay? If you want to ride this man like that, all the good he's done, I know Derek, man. I'm talking about where he'll let you in his house, he'll let you stay there, he'll feed you, he'll do all that. And he's going to do all that for you, give you a job and all that. And this is the way you're going to pay him back for some petty shit he done that you claim he's done. There's something else behind that. Okay? I'm sorry, because he can't win. What does he have to gain by effing that man over? What does he have to gain? Nothing. But what does this man have to gain? He's trying to get a channel going. Okay? Now realizing nobody's going to watch you. You may get the 500 subscribers. Okay? You may get the watch time hours, but then guess what? Once you stop talking about Derek Q, nobody's going to watch you. See? Hey, Retired 2019, thank you so much for the super chat. Booby. It says, Cal, almost 9 months ago, I was dependent on a walker and in pain. I just completed a road trip from Maryland to Charleston, South Carolina. I did all the driving, man. Congratulations I'm not going to tell your diagnosis. If you want to tell it, this man's been through hell and back. But in my humble opinion, what saved you was you were already in healthcare mode. You already had a healthcare plan, a health plan for your life. I believe that's what saved you. If you'd have just been sitting around eating pig feet casserole and all the rest of the foolishness we eat, you probably wouldn't be here. But you are already walking 15,000 steps a day and all the other stuff you do, eating good, because we're all ticking time bombs, you know. He said, so what is a good way to stay in shape? And yeah, we look a little shaky. Well, first of all, man, start eating better, drinking more water. See, you know, Jamie, I smoking, quit smoking weed, getting high, cocaine, all that stuff over 26 years ago. It'll be 27. That's a good start. Put all that shit away. Start eating better. Start exercising, man. Just start walking. Start out slow, man. What we want to do, we want it all back today. You know, we just sat down on our behind since high school. Now we want it all back today. No, just do a little bit at a time. See, I'm doing the 75 hard, and that's one thing I'm doing. See, when I went to the gym yesterday, I wasn't working out as hard as I normally do. Instead of doing 15 reps, I was doing 12. Instead of 20 kilos on each side, it was 15. I'm just slowly working my way back. But just get started, Jamie. That's the best way. You know, once you get started, you're halfway finished. It's all up here. I mean, you was already a D1 athlete. You know what to do. We just got to do it. We get lazy, man. That's what I was telling the guys on here. You got a plan for every other thing but a health plan. You know, I wish when people die that they really can float around and see what goes on when they dead, because you're going to see some other man enjoying the fruits of your labor, blowing your woman's back out, all that money, taking trips and all that on fancy plans you made. You know, got his feet propped up like the dude had his feet propped up on my living room table. My daughter told him, said, my daddy bought that table. You know, but they don't care, man. Going in and out of brand new side by side refrigerator I bought just before we left, you know, with the freezer at the bottom, cooking the shrimps and shit that she's buying with my money. That kind of stuff, man. You don't like that kind of stuff, guys. He said, good to see your family on her, Cal. They know where to find you. Yeah, man. I didn't abandon nobody. You know, they know where to find me. Hey, what's up, Roger? But yeah, that's my real nephew. I should go to all his basketball games. He was a real deal, man. He just had a funky high school coach that couldn't coach, didn't have no connections. But his father was a hell of a basketball player. Football, too. What's up, Roger? You headed this way next month. Hopefully you can make the meet and greet, man. Man, that would be great. What's up, Kaz? He said they're beating the guy who made that video over the head in the comments, too. What are you talking about, Kaz? What video? He said, football, Cal, is a team sport. Okay, yeah, well then, Neil, pay everybody the same amount of money then. Okay? And throw out all the performance bonuses then, if it's all a team sport. See, that's foolishness. And you got to understand that Saquon Barkley and the New York Giants devalued him as a running back and tried to devalue the whole league of running backs. Okay, their salary went down and everything. Okay, now he has a chance to make a statement. Not only break the record, but break it against the damn team that said he wasn't worth the money he was asking. And guess what else, Neil? They're going to use that against him somewhere down the line when it comes time to negotiate. Because if he had broke that record, that would put a couple of more zeros behind his name. Okay? No, he didn't. Look, Neil, he said Saquon himself released not in it for the record. Okay, this is what you think. There's something called being politically correct. Do you think he's going to get on national TV and tell you what he really feels? When have you seen a pro athlete do that? They can't do it. So that's bullshit. He already said it. His father was heartbroken. The man's been playing football since he was 5. He wanted that record. It ain't no team sport. We'll pay everybody the same amount of money. If it's a team sport. Y'all don't know nothing. They're going to use that against him. I'm just telling you. Y'all buying into all that stuff. They call them owners for a reason, Neil. They're all in cahoots with each other. They'll let that man run wild, and then I'll be damned if Derrick Henry didn't run wild. Josh Jacobs didn't run wild. Bucky Irvin didn't run wild. How many other running backs just had spectacular years? They blew it out of the water, man. The universe is always watching, dude. Can't cheat these guys. They're going to use that against him. Nobody's going to remember him for running 2,000 yards. Only reason they're going to remember him is because the damn Philadelphia Eagles didn't let him try to break it. Otherwise, you can't name me 5 of those 2,000-yard runners, Neil, without Googling it. You can't do it. I'm sorry. Hey, Carrington Creative Company, thanks for that super chat. He said, what book are you reading for 75 Hard? He said, I completed phase 3 back in 2023, thinking about picking it back up this year after my trip to China. Godspeed. Well, I just picked up the book I was reading. Let me show you. See, I was already reading this. 50 of the greatest success classics, right? So I was on, if you go 10 pages back, I started here, The Art of Worldly Wisdom. And I stopped off 10 pages. So I'm going to just read the rest of this. And then I'm going to do something I've always wanted to do. I'm going to read Think and Grow Rich from one cover to the other. Carrington, thanks for that super chat. Because I'm a reader, man, but I want to read Think and Grow Rich from cover to cover because I've read it in sections. You know, most of the stuff, like if I read it again, I'll skip over a chapter that I've read before, but this time I'm not going to do it. I'm going all the way through. And the 75 hard challenge is going to make me do that. But this is my hardest thing, Carrington. It's drinking a gallon, man. You got to start early to get a gallon of water in you. Because when I do my workouts, I usually drink a liter. So that's 2. Then I drink 1 when I'm walking. It's that 4th one, man, that it's hard, man. Yeah, you're gonna mess up eventually because no one cares, TJ. The only reason we're talking about Eric Dickerson is because he's got the record. That was 40 years ago. Nobody talks about Eric Dickerson. Who else do we talk about who played 40 years ago? 40 years ago? Hey, Montel, he says, reading books is good for the brain. I need to start reading books again. I'm going to tell you 2 things that can help you today to be a better person. Start walking, because a lot of your ideas and your motivation comes from walking and reading. Not only your circulation, better circulation, you're getting out in nature, no matter what the temperature, no matter what the weather. Of course, you don't want to get out there in a tornado. You know what I'm talking about. If you start reading today and walking today and do that for 30 days every day, your life will change, man. You start talking, you start thinking different, so you'll start acting different. Your conversations will change. That's why when I talk about stuff, no, Marshawn Lynch didn't have a 2000. It's hard to do because guess what, TJ? Nobody's ever had a 2000 seasons back to back. See, that's another reason why I hold it against them. He'll never have that chance again. But yeah, that's why a lot of times when I make videos, it goes over people's heads. They think I'm talking about something else when I'm not. When I'm actually talking about something totally different. Today's video, I was just talking about all men aren't the same over here. But Filipinos think we are. They think all foreign men are good men. We're all a good catch. No, some of us are the diamond, the prize, the catch. But there's a lot of us who are not. There are some of us who can take care of them and give them an upgrade. But they get lucky. It's nothing that they're doing to make that the chances of them finding a man better. They're just catching the first train smoking. They get lucky, man. They have no guidance. They have no red flags to look for. Okay? They think getting with an old man with a pension, that's what's going on. There's young men with pensions, ladies. If you didn't know that, they don't know that. Nobody's telling them. I'm not going to tell them. It's not my job. You tell them big time Filipino bloggers to tell them. Ladies, you don't have to settle for a 70-year-old man with a pension. There's 40-year-old men over here with pensions. Okay? Thank me later for that nugget that I gave y'all. Because you don't get much from me. It's not my lane. I'm here to advocate for the men. We 8,000 miles from home. Hell, y'all on y'all home turf. He says, can I count coffee? As water? Come on, Cal. It's my only vice left. No, we're not talking about vices. We're just talking about, Matt, of all the people you would know, but you were doing a lot of walking. This guy walked 3,600 miles. Okay, you got to put respect on that. You can't name another person that you know. You're the only person I know that's ever done that. So you drink a lot of water. But just in a regular day, man, it's tough, man. I was stuffed last night. You know, but coffee is a good diuretic. And my brother taught me that. He's a nurse. So if you're trying to lose weight, coffee's a good way to lose weight. It'll suppress that appetite. He said 40 years ago in my household, we talk about my favorite player of all time, LT, Lawrence Taylor. Yeah. But you can't, honestly, guys, y'all know that you can't. First of all, our memories aren't that good. But it's probably not 10 people that you can just name right off the top of your head that played that, in the NFL. You got to realize how many people played during 1984. 40 something people on each team, and you can't even come up with 10. We don't care. That's the point. We don't care about Eric Dickerson, only that he has that record. And guess what? Saquon Barkley, even though he was going to play one more game than Eric Dickerson, he was going to carry the ball less. The man was a beast, man. You tell me, Neil Davis, that if he was 20 yards short of that record, you would have still said, hey, this is a team game. We want to win the Super Bowl. Everybody wants to win the Super Bowl. There's only one team that's going to win the Super Bowl. But see, these owners, They know how to get you you fanatics, to side with them. They'll start those talking points out there. Oh, it's a team game and all of that, knowing that you paying these people based on their performance. And 5 years after they retire, they're broke. You're not coming to help them. And the only reason Eric Dickerson is, and this is what my buddy from Louisville, he's a running back, Ridgeway, my buddy Don Ridgeway told me. He said, the only reason Eric Dickerson's in the Hall of Fame is because of that record. He never won a Super Bowl. Okay? Hey, Timmy Diamonds, thanks for that super chat. He said, there's no lifetime achievement award for being a good guy. Guys have to stop saving these ladies. Get your nut and roll. Yeah, but we're not even talking about that. Because you know we take losses over here. We're not even saying that. We're saying that this young lady got killed, Timmy. Now, even though I know you're a tough guy and everything, surely you got some empathy or sympathy for her. Even though you didn't know her, the lady, you know, if you've ever been to the Philippines and you see the struggle over here, and that's one way that they beat the struggle. The lady was only there 7 days, and this deranged fucker, and I'm gonna use that word, YouTube can penalize me, killed the girl. She had no clue that it was coming. You know, yeah, I say it's self-preservation. And there's no victims, okay, Timmy, because when you get on that dating site, you know what you're doing. Okay. I just took that as a teaching moment to say, hey, look, why ain't y'all educating these young women on these men coming over here? Just like we educate each other, Timmy, on the women. Because you know I'm a big advocate of self-preservation. That I got to take care of myself first before I can take care of anybody else. And that's the reason why my mother used to feed my father first. This old modern women stuff that came around, oh, I'm feeding the children first. That's bullshit in my book. I'm out there working my fingers to the bone. You got to make sure I'm healthy. All this crumbles. But we're talking about something totally different. We're still taking losses. And we've got all this information out here for men. We're taking losses all around the world with so much information out here. I just said, wow. When you see a sad story like that, it makes you think, well, where's the videos warning the Filipino about these men coming over here? Because there's some low-down armory suckers over here, man. The Southeast Asia attracts a different type of man. I see it. I live over here. I'm not telling you something. I'm not making up something. It's some armory, some of you know what's over here. They have no redeeming qualities at all. They over here trying to get some easy, you know what. So they lie to these women who have no choice but to believe you. Their life hangs in the balance like that. This is why the women need help. It's not the same as when we're coming over here. Hell, you should have a round trip ticket back home. There is no round trip ticket for them. Okay, they're going to pull that trigger, and if you screw them over, they're screwed over. Hey, thanks, Carrington Creative Company, for the super chat. He said, yeah, a gallon can be tough. Also, careful of water intoxication. I felt symptoms from drinking too much water too fast. He said, I drink pH 9 water filled with minerals to replace my electrolytes. Your body will adjust after a while. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it slowly. You start out early, man, and you can get you a liter in you. And then with every meal you're drinking water. I'm not going to sit there and try to drink 4 liters. You kill yourself. I don't know if it's possible to do that. But that's the toughest thing because I never thought of it. I was like, well, hell, I was drinking 3 liters a day up to my walk and through my walk and everything. But when you add that last liter of water, man, it's tough, man. Because your stomach's full already. You done ate. You may have drank a cup of coffee, cup of tea. It's man, I'm gonna tell you, if unless you've tried it, you're not gonna know what we're talking about. Man, a gallon of water is a lot of water. Yeah, he said they weren't passing the ball 50 times a game back then either. Yeah. See, that's what made what he did and what these other guys are doing so spectacular. But the owners would tell you, they'll put those talking points out there to make it seem like, oh, it's no big deal, or it's a team game. Everybody that starts the season has a goal of winning the Super Bowl. Only one team's going to win. Everybody else, no matter what you tried, it didn't work. So here's a man who has a chance to beat a record that stood for 40 years, and you don't put the team on his back. He's your best player for the whole year, and now you won't even let him try it. Oh, we got to rest everybody for what? And it looked like they rested everybody, didn't it? They looked pitiful against Green Bay. Green Bay had 4 turnovers, 3 in the first half, and they still barely won the game. Green Bay gave them the damn game. Jalen Hurts looked as bad as he's ever looked. Hey, what's up? He said, bro, Cal, my football. Yeah, yeah. He said, well, name them all then. Maybe 5 was too easy. But my point is, when is the last time you heard these guys talked about? And when they even talk about OJ, you're not talking about his football. You're talking about him doing something else. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The only thing that's going to save him and put him on a whole other level is the asterisk. The Eagles never let him attempt to break the record. You know, he says, I drink alkaline water with a pH around 8.4, which is supposed to help ward off cancer. Well, now they're saying alcohol is tied to cancer. Every damn thing's tied to cancer. Yeah, yeah, but see, here's the thing, Frank. He said, Cal, did you hear about the latest expat that got scammed? It's on Geo's channel. It was brutal. Yeah, but those are the only stories. We hear those stories all the time. I mean, we're supposed to hear those stories, and it's not go. Okay, remember when I did my last video about that? I'm saying, why are men still being scammed with everything out here, Frank? Can anybody answer that for me? There's no excuse. I don't feel sorry for him. There's no reason for you to be getting scammed about any. You should know everything to look for, everything to be on the lookout for, to every warning sign. It's all out there for you if you really want to. So I don't feel sorry for any of these guys. When a guy comes up to me and says, "Josh, he scammed me. I gave my money away." Okay, big deal. Go on to the next one. But you got to keep putting the information out there. But no, I don't care. Oh, the Rams won. Yeah, well, you know that damn Sam Darnold, man. You don't know what you're gonna get. He damn near played his way into a lifetime contract, but he's done now. He's toast. What's up, Beach of Life? Yeah, they beat him down. You know, the Vikings, man. I picked the Rams. Just like I'm picking Baltimore, not because, oh, I love Baltimore, which they're my favorite team because I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. That's the real Cleveland Browns right there. It's just because nobody's going to be able to stop those two machines in their backfield, man. You got to pick your poison. You're not going to stop both of them. Okay, even Derrick Henry's going to run for 200, or Lamar's going to throw for 400 and 5 touchdowns. But you're not going to stop them both. Derrick Henry, he did the Pittsburgh Steelers like I've never seen anybody do the Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, but go back and watch the highlights. Even Isaiah Likely pushed that man's head down to the ground like he was a little baby. I was like, man, Pittsburgh looks pitiful. Or is Baltimore that much better? You know, Derrick Henry ran for almost 200 yards against Buffalo. They have the same players, guys. You can fool yourself. I know we got Buffalo Bill fans watching this. You haven't gotten bigger. You haven't gotten stronger, man. If you have, so has Derrick Henry. Okay? I'm sorry. And if you start stopping him, guess what? Guess what Lamar's going to do? He's going to pull it out of there and run around the corner and score on you. He said, I seen men in their 40s meet up with some girls who looked like they were still in high school. He said, yeah, there's some characters over here. And yeah, we expect that. That's nothing. You know that. But the girls don't know it. But yet you got these big Filipino vloggers on there. They're not helping their sisters. And you say, well, Cal, why do you care? I really don't care. It's a conversation that you have. It makes you go, I wonder what's going on with that picture. Why don't they do that? What do I look like being on here advocating for the women? Making videos about women, and what they should look for in foreigners. All my videos being like that. Y'all would think I was crazy, right? But a woman blogger can do it, and you don't think she's crazy. But if I did it, you'd say, what are you doing, man? You're a wimp. You're a hater. You should be helping us, right? Okay. It's a double standard. I'm going to help you anyway, even though I don't even know you. I'm going to help you. He said, as soon as you wake up, you should drink a room temperature bottle of water. Room temperature water helps to burn fat. Yeah. Man, your mouth be so dry. That should be easy to do, but most people, they opt for something else. Just like eating bad is a habit, eating good is a habit. It takes a while. He said, funny thing is, Cal, how hard is it to drink a gallon of beer a day? It sure was not hard for me in my day. Me either. And I wasn't even counting, Matt. See, I had to stop because I didn't know, man, if I was going to drink one beer or 100. I really couldn't tell you. And I honestly have went on store run. My wife has honestly sent me to the store to get a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread. I didn't come back for 2 weeks. That's how bad I was. That's why I stopped. All it takes is me to run into the wrong guy, or they would know I got paid, right? And they'll know, look, I'm trying to stop. And they'll come over my house with $7 and get me started. Just enough for the crack pipe to sizzle. And I'm done. See, I done spent my whole $800 check. They used to try this stuff on me, and it used to work. So yeah, that's why I stopped, but I can only tell my story. And it's the same way I do over here, man. I tell my story. But yeah, you're right. I never counted. Yeah. But see, it don't matter though. He said there are 40-year-old guys with pensions but no savings. Trust me, I'm one of them. But the Filipina doesn't even know that. She only relates 70-year-old men in pensions, or 80 or 90. Okay, they're putting themselves out there when they don't have to. But it's not for me to tell them, though. I'm not going to tell them. I gave them that one nugget. Okay, that's my New Year's present to them. Y'all out here chasing 70-year-old men with pensions when there's 40-year-old men with pensions. Okay? And you don't have to be all cringy when you go in the mall. And you don't have to change diapers and all that. That's not part of the job description. Okay? You don't have to be the CNI dog and all that other stuff. Okay? Because they earn their money. The money that those guys are giving them, they earn it. It's not like they're not doing anything. A lot of us got these women, they're nurses without a nursing degree. He said, unfortunately, that gallon guzzling can be fatal. It happened to a woman a year or two ago. You mean water? What's up, Mike? He said, on the flip side, if he so much as twisted an ankle in that last game, the narrative will be how irresponsible he and the Eagles were. See, that's another talking point, though, TJ. Every time you step out on the field, okay, you're susceptible to injury. A lot of times when you go into the playoffs, you want to keep those guys fresh. Timing is everything in this football, man. Okay, look at the Detroit Lions. They didn't have to go to San Francisco. They brought everybody. They had already clinched a playoff spot and at least the number 2 seed. They had nothing to gain. He played everybody. That's what they get millions and millions of dollars for. Okay, try telling that to little Johnny. His father done saved up his money all year to take little Johnny to see Patrick Mahomes, and these nuts is playing quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs against the Broncos. See, that's a bullshit to me, man. I don't know about anybody else. I'm not siding with these millionaires, man. Only one team can win the Super Bowl. Every time you step out there, you can get hurt. That's part of the game. You saving your players for. You know. No, I didn't. I don't. I don't watch a lot of people. He said, "Hey, Cal, you were talking bad about my Eagles. I'm not having that." Well, you know my brother, man. You know that's my closest brother. If I had an idol, he would be my idol, man. I never had to fight my whole life because he was there. He never said a word. Nobody ever picked on me because they knew he was my brother. But I had a brother 2 years older than him. Was even, my brother was just, he was just built and just, he was just all around good guy. But then I had a brother 2 years older than him who was an absolute bully. That everybody in the damn community was scared to death of him. But that's his team, the Eagles. I mean, if the Eagles lose, man, oh my God. He said, I don't know of all the female bloggers here, but in my opinion, from what I've seen, there's only a few females that could pull this off. They just don't, they just won't tackle the hard issues. Well, it's not really a hard issue, Philip. Okay, all the men that you see like me, we're advocating for us, right, Philip? You see the videos I do, what to look out for, what to do, what not to do, this and that. We don't need the Filipina to do that too. I mean, she can. We can't tell her what to talk about, but if I did that, if I talked to the women only, Philip, and told them what to look for in the foreign man, you would think I was crazy. You would think, why is he doing that? Shouldn't he be advocating for the men? Why is he advocating for the women? I don't understand it. He's a hater. What's his motive? But when they do it, when a woman does it, it's no big deal. Just educate your sisters. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Why's everybody got a hard time with that? There's women over here getting run over, man. Okay? I can tell you that. But I'm not gonna make a video 10 uh, red flags for Filipinos to look for in foreigners. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna be the one to do that. They're not gonna listen anyway, but nobody listens. That's all I'm saying. He said, Cal, the reason the men are still getting scammed is they're mostly old dudes and don't know how to use YouTube. Well, that's not true. The young guy that got scammed out of his life savings was actually a guy, he didn't even look 40 years old. JGBK, go read that story in Moncton, where he sent all his money over here ahead of time. When he got to the airport in Moncton International, the lady wasn't there. It freaked him out. He fainted or something. It was a medical emergency. It would have been a 911 if it would have happened to me, but he had a medical emergency. And the mayor of Moncton, he's a progressive guy. He felt sorry for him. He waived his hospital bill. He helped him get back home. He had a red line to the embassy. It wasn't no waiting like you would wait. If you ran out of money over here and had to get to the embassy, it's about a month wait before they even get back to you. This guy was in his 30s, maybe early 40s. The guy who sent 400,000 US dollars, JG, was in his 40s. They sent to the Filipino over here 20 million pesos. No, that's not true. It's not the old guys. Hey, what's up, Alexander? Thank you. He said, Cal, you sleeping on the Chiefs. No, I'm not. I'm saying that they're the two-time defending champions. You can't sleep on them. I'm saying against the Broncos, that was cheating, Nathan, any way you look at it. And you see that they didn't achieve anything by letting the Broncos win and play the Bills. The Bills beat the brakes off of them. It would have been better, okay, if they'd have went on and played, which is what they were getting paid for. Every time they get out there, there's a chance they're going to get hurt and beat them people, and then the Bengals would have been in the playoffs. But they don't want to mess with the Bengals. The Bengals are on a hot streak, 5-game winning streak, MVP candidate basically in Joe Burrows, the top receiver, 2 of the top receivers in the NFL. They didn't want the Bengals, man. All this stuff, man, I'm telling y'all guys, they do it for a reason. It's just not, we're gonna rest our players. That's not the end of it, okay? Yeah, he said they're calling for Coach Mike Tomlin's head. Yeah, I believe that's gonna happen. 18 years, that's a long time. But whoever's responsible for their recruiting, which is, of course, it's always gonna end up in his lap. But imagine who's scouting for them, who's drafting for them. Nobody. I've never seen a Pittsburgh Steelers defense that weak. I mean, it was funny. Okay, you think, and you gotta realize something. These are division foes. They know each other frontwards and backwards. Derrick Henry ran for 168 against them. What was it? Christmas Day? Okay, what? 2 weeks later, well, you know what's coming. They couldn't stop it. He ran for 186. Hey, what's up, Anthony? I hope you can make it, man, to that meet and greet. I'm trying to get a lot of people to this meet and greet. Not for me, but just to come out, man. It's been a while since I had one. I want to think, was that August, July? And the guy's a part of the Sunshine Shows community who owns the bar. And I just want to help him out. His business is new. It'd be good if, 50, 60, 70 of us showed up there, man, and ate and drank and had a good time. and helped him. He said, Cal, the thing is, these Filipino bloggers aren't blogging for the other Filipinos. They're blogging to the older expats, sheikhs, and simps. Yeah, I know. You're exactly right. Okay, you're exactly right. But they want us to do both. Okay, I just found it kind of strange that it's crickets when something like this happens to a Filipino, or anytime it happens to a Filipino, they'll be on the corner asking a Filipino, do you like it in the front or the back? Do you spit or do you swallow? And I'm like, I know what they're doing, but I'm saying, can one woman just step up and say, hey, look, here's what's going on. Look out for these signs, because every man that comes over here is not a good man. Okay. I'm just having a conversation. I'm just throwing it out there because it's so strange to me. I guarantee you, man, if you go to America, these women are talking about men. They're talking bad about us. Filipinos won't say nothing bad about us. They only want to say good things about us. And I'm like, lady, please don't do that. You're not right. These men are rotten. Some of these men are rotten to the core. Okay? Don't give them that saintly title. Don't give them that pass. That's what they're doing. Okay? And a lot of their sisters are paying for that. Thank you. Thank you. This is perfect right here. And he's wanting to be scammed. Okay, I said that in 2024. With all the information and everything out here, all these examples of what not to do. Broke John, and on and on and on. All the stories I tell you, and there's so many more. All you got to do is go on Rafi Tufo, man. You probably will never give a Filipino another peso. You see how much money these guys have given away, man. But that's one red flag I can give the Filipino. If the man's not holding up to his end of the unspoken agreement, that's a red flag. Okay, he's over here counting pesos, you know, being hesitant about, don't want to go take you no place, won't even give you a few pesos to go to the mall or something like that, or go to the province to see your parents, and visit your family. That's a red flag, man. I'm sorry. You know, he said, however, I don't really fall in love at my age. I have no issues with walking away. Man, I wish I was like that. I'm hard to scam, but I do get um, I do get attached. You, you know, one of the things they tell you about dealing with single women, I mean single mothers, is that you may not care anything about the mother, but you'll become attached to the children. But I'm going to become attached. I wish I was like that. I wish I was able to. I got a daughter here, man. It's just I don't know. I can't walk away like that. Now, if Merlin got to the point where she didn't want to be bothered with me and she's adamant that I get out of here and leave, then yeah, I would leave. But that would be the only way, because I'm connected. But this whole scamming thing, uh, Matt, it's happening to men who don't know the women. These are strangers. This is what this is when I have to question their mental state. Like, what's going on up there? You don't know this woman. Your mother can call and ask to borrow $20 and you say you don't have it. But you'll send her 20,000. He sent the woman 20 million pesos over here. Never saw her. Then when he sends me a picture, man, she was a big Shirley in the Philippines. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you're sending 20 million to this? I have no sympathy for you. Yeah, it surprises everybody that it happens. But what we're trying to do, we're trying to save women that don't need saving. And then when they see that, now every woman wants, a Matt Bassett. He said, what? He said the 5 million. They don't care about your background. They don't care about your character. Nobody wants to stop them and say, hey, look, you need to look in. Okay, the background of him a little bit further. Ask him these questions. They don't do that. They only know, okay, it says right here, Filipinos have no guidance other than money in which to vet foreign men. So who's vetting the foreign men? We're vetting the Filipino. Everybody vets the Filipino. Filipinos vet Filipinos. Who's vetting the foreigners? That's my only question. Everything goes for us. You know. He said, when a Filipino says we can find an engineer quickly, he said, red flag. I was told that last night. Yeah, they're being lied to. I said this earlier. They really think that there's 100 good men lined up. I tried to warn them that that dating pool that they're choosing from is poison. It's toxic. It's a cesspool. They can listen if they want to. If they find a good man in there, they better hold on to him for dear life. Because if you want to take that risk and dip back in there, good luck. There's no telling what you're going to get. Okay? But that's what happens when they think, oh, I can have any man or any foreign man I want. We've blown their heads up like that. Okay? Instead of coming in here, being reasonable. Remember I told you about those unreasonable requests that they make. You got to be reasonable. You know, and let them know, hey, look, lady, you know, I don't know you right now to give you that kind of money. Okay, and if you want to go somewhere else, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna, you know, how many times your mother gonna die? I'm not responsible for your mother's dialysis and all that other stuff that they do. It's just, I don't know. Everybody don't think like me. I just put it out there. I'm not, okay. I'm coming in that in a minute. Food is ready. I'm not advocating for women. I got enough on my plate advocating for men. He said his wife was an attorney. Wow. Let's say. No, he said women in America always take the risk, find a man, even though they are leaving a good man. The West is full of mess. Yeah, but they're at least going to tell their daughters and stuff what to look for. They're at least going to be on YouTube talking bad about men and the red flags and all this and all that. Okay, over here we're literally treated like kings. Like, okay, like you can do no wrong. And you know, this is where they fall short. Is it their culture? I don't know, but somebody needs to straighten that out real quick. Okay, somebody needs to come on here and tell these women the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Other women gonna be getting rolled over because they are. They made it too easy because the women aren't educated on foreign men. They don't know what to look for. All the man has to do is promise them, yeah, we're gonna get married. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that, and that's it. They literally hand themselves to you on a silver platter. That's just got to stop, really. If I'm a Filipino or Filipina, that's the only way that's going to stop. You educate them. All these men that come over here aren't good men. They're not, you know, they don't have your best interest. It's all about them. You know, I mean, they jump in bed with you the first night. They give you everything the first night. It's like you don't, there is no long game anymore. And then we do the same thing. We give them everything they come into the relationship for. We give it to them within 2 years. They got it already. There's no long game anymore. A Filipino would be stupid to play a long game with one of y'all. That would be a red flag. But yeah, guys, I got to get off here. Thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up, all your support for Sunshine Shoulders. Thank y'all for the new members that joined today. Get a health plan for your life, man. I know we didn't talk a whole lot about it because that video is going to stir up a whole lot of, going to stir up a hornet's nest. Everybody's going to be in those comments, you know, pushing back because, you know, you throw a rock in a pack full of dogs, a hit dog hollers, right? Remember 71-year-old Harold Johnson, he's a brother, black man, McCalla, he's missing. Anybody hears anything about this? If you live anywhere in Bacallet, the article from the police or the authorities was in Visayas, Longo. I couldn't understand it. I just know he's missing. They show what clothes he had on and everything. The last place he was seen in Bacallet, but he's missing. 71-year-old Harold Johnson. If y'all see him around there, man, you know, do what's right, lead him to some help or whatever it is. But you got that fancy business plan, savings plan, marriage plan. You got plans for everything but your life. The worst thing that could happen to a man is that he builds up this great financial empire only to die without enjoying it. And here comes some other Tom, Dick, and Harry on your heels. It's going to spend every damn dime that you've earned. It happens all the time. It happens over here. Okay, it's going to happen over here. It's going to continue to happen over here. So take care, stay safe, stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. The meet and greet, February 15th, Saturday, 12 to 4, Bimbo's Sports Bar and Grill in Lapu Lapu, Cordova. It's in Google Maps. Come on out, guys. Y'all been worrying me. Let's have another meet and greet. And we're going to have them all through the year. I believe the next one I want to go up in Manila. I haven't had one in Manila yet. Maybe we'll have one up there. Now, this place, the thing I like about it, it's not going to be no riffraff. They got security. Not that that means anything. But take care, everybody.